Today, the 20th of May 2020, is National Thank a Teacher Day. Now, I would just like to take a few minutes of your time to thank a few special teachers in my life. My favourite memory of school was in secondary school at Glenifer High in Paisley. It was there that I was pushed and challenged more than anywhere else at a young age. It was there that I was encouraged to try every sport, any sport, and anything that I wanted was on the table. I just had to go and do it. The facilities were there, the encouragement was there, and more importantly, the staff were there to support me no matter what I needed. Now, some of you may not know that my attendance at school was actually pretty poor at times. And one of the ways to encourage me to do more in school was more physical activity. I loved running around, I loved playing sport, and obviously I still do. The head of the PE department, Mr. Mingus, knew this, and he came up to me one day and he says, "How would you like a couple of days out of class to go and play rugby for the school?" Of course, that was a no-brainer. A couple of days out of the class where I can just go and run about, get dirty with my mates, and have fun. I was in. At that Rugby Sevens tournament for the local council, we actually went and won the championship. I had a little part in the team, but we had some very good players at the time. But there was a picture of me in the local paper a few days later, covered head to toe in mud, with a rugby ball under my arm and a couple of the guys next to me, some holding the trophy, some celebrating, and it's a really nice photograph. But that photograph actually started my table tennis career. That photograph led to someone from Scottish Disability Sport picking up the paper, seeing that I had quite a visible disability, and understanding that I was playing able bodied sport for my age group, which was a fair achievement at that time. They contacted the school and asked would it be possible to get in touch with myself and my parents to chat about more disability sport opportunities. As this was new to me, I hadn't played many disability sports other than football for a local team in the west of Scotland. After this meeting was set in place, I was encouraged to go to the Scottish Disability Sport summer camp. This was a residential camp, so you stayed over for a few days and everyone there had some form of disability and you would try and learn from each other, try lots of different sports, have fun and hopefully find the sport that was right for you. I didn't want to go. I had never considered myself as being disabled. I didn't want to be labelled in that category of someone that is, restrained or held back because of their disability. So I was kicking and screaming, "I'm not going to this camp." But as it turns out, my mum had agreed. She said yes, so off I went. I went to the camp and we tried lots of different sports, and I instantly regretted the fact that I didn't say yes sooner. We played everything: badminton, basketball, rugby, of course, football, archery. I seen blind archers. That was amazing. That was so cool. Felt a little bit dangerous at the time, but it was all safe. It was cool. And we tried all these different sports. And on the last day of the camp, there was members of the Drumchapel Table Tennis Club, led by the head coach there and founder, Terry McLernan. He was there with a few of his youngsters that were junior champions in Scotland, cadet champions in Scotland, and just all round good players and great people. And this was the final day, so I was pretty tired at this time, but of course I wanted to give it a go anyway. But the first challenge was obviously, how do I play table tennis with no hands? How is that going to happen? So we fashioned this piece of cloth covered in Velcro, and it was so primitive and so basic, and we wrapped it around my forearm, and the bat just about stuck in place. For those of you that haven't played table tennis or that have, you will know that a table tennis bat handle is quite short. So this thing was clinging on for dear life. So I tried to play a little bit, wasn't really hitting the ball, but I was having fun. And I was having fun just playing around, and the environment that I was in, Terry and everyone from his club at Drumchapel always make you feel welcome. So here I am playing table tennis for the first time, and the boy that I was playing with at the time, Scott Barton, he said to Terry, like, he's having fun, he's enjoying it, and he can hit the ball a little bit. So Terry comes over to me and he goes, right, you're coming to my club. And I was like, whoa, I've never met you before. Like, what's going on? And he goes, are you having fun? Yeah, of course. Right. Well, you're coming to my club. Right, okay. So that was that settled. I was going to Terry's club. So a few weeks later, someone from Scottish Disability Sport came and they took me to Terry's club. And Terry's club is the best place I have ever been. I stepped foot in Drumchapel Table Tennis Club and there's shoes squeaking on the ground, there's laughter, you can hear people grunting as they're playing, but the atmosphere and the energy in that place was incredible. And Terry turned around, you see me, and he's right, on the table. And Terry's got this infectious attitude that when he tells you to do something, you just do it. And I'm not exaggerating the way I speak, that's just him. It's just boom, boom, boom. And he tells you to do something and you go and do it because that's just the kind of guy that he is. And he's got so much respect, not only in Drumchapel, but in the table tennis community all over the world, actually. And that was it. I started playing table tennis every Tuesday and Thursday night at Drumchapel Table Tennis Club, and it went from there. I then wanted to try and get into the Scotland team as I got a little bit older and a little bit more competitive. I then started to fight my way into the Great Britain Para Table Tennis Development Team, Pathway Team, before finally getting a chance to prove myself at a performance level. And having those opportunities has allowed me to go on to achieve some really great things. I am two-time European team champion thanks to my wonderful teammates David Weatherall and Paul Karabardak. I have won the US Open in singles. I'm two-time British champion, Scottish champion, and none of this would have started if it hadn't been for Mr. Mingus at Glenifer High School. So today, National Thank a Teacher Day, thank you. You really have changed my life. And there's teachers all up and down the country changing lives every day. So remember to thank them.